I love what they're doing to me, that Clear Channel, making it seem like I did something wrong, and now they don't have to pay me, and like they never broadcast the show for 10 years, and then they send me this letter saying they breached my contract. That's Lowry Mays and his two nitwit sons running that company.
Well, they act as if somehow you changed. They bought a program that was already on the air just the way it was.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden they're mightier and holier than thou. And I love it. They just disregard the contract. You're in breach. Oh, then they sent me a letter saying, and by the way, if you want to go on in the other markets that, the 6 markets we fired you from, we don't want you to do that because you're in breach. A, I'm not in breach. B, they've completely, we sent back a letter saying, well, gee, thanks for writing your own new contract. We didn't know we signed that. Why don't you read what you wrote? I absolutely have the right to go on. By the way, any company wants to put me on in those markets, I have the right to go on in Pittsburgh, in Florida, anywhere I want. Trust me. I'll show you the contract. Once they fire me, I'm allowed to walk right across the street. If they keep me off the air for 30 days, whether they call it a suspension or anything else, I'm allowed to go anywhere I want. And believe me, I would like nothing better than to go on in Pittsburgh, in Florida, and ream their ass and shove it right down their throats. Skunks. Lowry Mays, and I got to learn those other 2 idiots' names. I want to keep announcing it. I don't want to call it Clear Channel anymore. I want to talk about Lowry Mays and his 2 rich sons who now run the company into the ground. I'm going to find out everything about these guys. I want to know who I'm dealing with all of this. I've had it. Lowry and the boys. I think there's a sister, too. And I don't know how many retarded children they all have. I don't know what their offspring are. We're going to find out, though. I'll find out everything from their school records on down. I want to know who I'm dealing with. I don't want to call it Clear Channel anymore. That's bull. It's Lowry Mays and... What are the 2 sons' names?
I didn't even know there were sons. Don't look at me.
I'm looking at you.
The sons are Randall and Mark.
Randall. Oh, we've had a son named Randall.
Let's call him Randall.
Randall and Mark Mays.
Our heir, Randall.
Yeah, I'm looking at my heir to my fortune, my Lowry Mays stupid fortune. I don't even mind that they fire me. Be honest about the contract, scumbag. Pay up. You made this move, now live with it and pay the consequences. You got plenty of dough, scumbag. Lowry, why don't you teach Randall and Gomer, your sons, how the hell you pay your bills? What a skunk. Mr. Religion. Skunk. Just as to inform you that you've breached the contract. Yes, so, okay, so what are you going to do about it? So we're not going to pay you. By the way, you can't go on in any other markets. Oh, that's the Clear Channel vision of the world. Everything for you and nothing for me. Okay, douchebag. Oh, I'm not going to keep quiet about it. Okay, Lowry, teach your sons who you are. They're so blinded by your money, they don't even know who their father is, Satan.
Oh, they probably feel all entitled and privileged.
Yeah.
And I think their thoughts mean something.
Our dad's a great guy. He goes to church every Sunday. Lowry Mays. Goddamn beaver face. Man. You have to read these letters they send me. They actually don't even make sense. The first letter they sent me, they're not going to pay me. Then they started paying me. And then now they sent me a letter, they're going to stop paying me because I breached the contract. I want to see them prove that in court, that I breached the contract. I guess when you guys just called up and said, excuse me, didn't call up. Didn't even give me the courtesy of a call like it says in the contract. Took me off the air, suspended me. Because the show didn't comply with FCC regulations, but you ran it for 10 years, and you sent the letters to the FCC saying you defend the shows and the shows that we did.
When did they call you and tell you were not in compliance and to straighten up your act?
Never. Don didn't get a call. Mel didn't get a call. I didn't get a call. I heard about it when it happened in the paper.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to court today. But now I got to go get a lawyer and sue them and do the whole goddamn thing. Lowry Mays. That's how he gets to make his money.
Well, that's because of all the honorable people in business.
Yeah.
We have nothing but going to court because nobody honors their word.
Clear Channel. I bet you Randall and Gomer go to church with him, and they sit there in the pew, and they, we're going to
they pray and sing. I'm sure they sing very loudly when it's time to stand up and sing those hymns.
Yeah, we'll just fire people and not pay our bills. You want to fire me? Fine, that's your right. But you know what? You signed the contract. Go read the contract. It's pretty clear what you guys have to do. And hire a good lawyer, for God's sakes. You're making it too easy. I want more fun out of this.
Well, maybe they decided, well, we're going to lose, and let's not spend top dollar.
Yeah, those guys try to save every shekel. I think they hired, I don't know who they hired for an attorney, but the letters are hysterical.
Are you sure they're real?
They're practically, one hand in that company doesn't know what the other one's doing. One guy's sending me checks, and the other guy's sending me letters saying we're not paying you.
All right.
It's a tight ship over there.
And then they go, well, you're in breach, though. We're not paying you. We're not. And by the way, you can't go on in any other markets. It clearly states in the contract. I mean, a fourth grader could read it. It goes, 30 days after we don't have you on the air, you go across the street and do whatever you want, and we still have to pay you, even if you get another job on those markets. That's what it says. They signed it. And you know what else they signed? If Mel gets fined by the FCC for stuff that happened on their stations, Clear Channel pays the fine. But they don't even read the goddamn contract.
They're trying to say that Mel owes the money for their fines?
We haven't gotten to that yet. Mel hasn't been fined.
No, I meant for their fines. They were fined.
They're not claiming that.
Oh, okay.
They're not that crazy.
I don't know how crazy they are.
They're very crazy. Well, they're not that crazy. They got Bush to go along with them buying up every station and everything and making a mess out of the industry.
He's not crazy. Look at him. He, became a millionaire because of them. Mm-hmm. That's all that's really important. He now doesn't have to work for a living.
Like I said, that ain't crazy.
Other people, you try to feed your family. Bush is taking care of.
It drives me crazy.
Bubba and what's that other guy they just threw off the air? You guys go try to feed your families.
I wonder if they're paying those guys on their contract. I don't know what kind of contract they have. Yeah. Maybe they signed them to a... And by the way, as of today, I've been off Clear Channel's radio stations for 34 straight business days, which means I'm able to go on in Pittsburgh.
You're a free agent.
Yeah. But, of course, this guy John Hogan from Clear Channel keeps going on all over the place and talking about how I didn't comply with FCC rules and what am I going to do to come up. So they're trying in the worst way to make me look like some kind of criminal. But up until Janet Jackson showed those ugly boobs of hers,
everything was great.
Yeah. Everything was fine. And Tom keeps hitting the edit button. I hear his laugh in my dreams.
Really?
Yes. My nightmare.
That's the soundtrack of your nightmares.
That's one of the guys who's going to be trying out for John's job. And
that was great.
This guy's real good. I think he's like a plumber or something. He wrote that. He's very good. He's been sending us stuff for years. I might not even let the audience vote. I just might hire him.
You might fix the vote.
I might fix the vote. You want to do news?
Sure.
There you go. That's good, too.
I think this is Dan.
Yeah.
Dan, who's here?
Yeah.
Well, Dan's good, too.
Dan's real good.
Yes.
Might just hire him, too.
Very good.
I like Dan a lot. He's putting in a good week. Although his Sternak bit bombed.
Yeah.
But, hey, come on.
Maybe
We've
it
all
was
bombed.
us. Maybe it wasn't him.
Maybe he wasn't feeling good.
Everyone bombs. It's part of the business.
Right.
Maybe he's not as familiar with Sternak as he thought.
My head hurts.
Oh, it does?
No. After by the fourth hour, my head's spinning. Happens to me every day.
That Tom laugh thing is great.
Maybe you ought to take a B12 shot or something.
It's brilliant. There's nothing funnier than that.
Yeah.
Here's a song Tom plays when he's bleeping me. Back there like a madman. Right? Let's go to Vegas already. How many more days do we have
Let's
to
go
wait?
tomorrow. Vegas is coming up, man. It's creeping up.
That's a few weeks away.
A few weeks.
One place to go. It's called Las Vegas.
Hey, ladies, if you have a really killer body and a bad face, you're eligible for Miss Butterface. Everything's good but a face. $25,000 prize from Hitman Contracts for PlayStation 2, Xbox, and PC. Wow. Go to hitmancontracts.com. So make sure I don't know what you have to do. Go to howardstern.com. There's an address on there, or you can just email us at contest@howardstern.com. $25,000. Like Sarah Jessica Parker's kind of a butterface, right?
A little bit.
Although I'm
you
attracted
guys say,
to her.
but I don't think her face is that bad. It's just that mole.
I've had sex with many butterfaces.
Oh, God, forget about
I
it.
was with a girl in college. She had a great body and a horrible face. It was embarrassing to be seen with her.
I'm trying to think of another good butterface.
I had sex once with a chick, horrible face, and now that I think about it, the body was horrible, too. But,
Oh, that doesn't count, Artie.
yeah,
But Celine
I don't have a good
Dion.
one.
Celine Dion's
Yes.
a butterface. She would win hands down.
Yeah.
And I know girls, I know it's very sexist and all that, but you know what? It's $25,000, and you know what? Look in the mirror, be honest with yourself. Celine Dion, I know she's a butterface. That's why she's always trying out new hairdos and all kinds of crap. And I'm sure there isn't a day she wakes up and she goes, why do I not eat? Why do I keep my body so perfect? It's of no use. My head sucks.
Well, no, she's a perfect person for the Swan movie because she's done plastic surgery. She's had the teeth fixed. She's done everything she can. And she still looks that bad.
She hasn't had a head transplant.
Well, I don't think those work.
You guys might call me crazy for this, but at certain angles, I think Jennifer Aniston is a butterface.
I agree.
You know what? Sometimes her face looks like Alfred E. Newman or something.
But probably to win this contest, every
wouldn't win.
angle has to be bad.
Yeah.
Well, last year we had a great winner. If you remember, it was awesome.
I should put her picture on the web so people remember. But, so what you'll do is you'll come to Vegas. Last year, a woman won. I mean, there was only like 10 contestants. It's a good shot. I mean, you're talking about a real good shot at getting $25,000. It's not that many people you compete with.
And that's a lot of money.
And you put a bag on your head, and you walk out in your bikini, and then we take the bag off.
And we're drunk.
Let me tell you, Celine Dion needs a permanent bag on her head.
Celine could win this contest.
You know who's a butterface? Alanis Morissette.
But she doesn't have a great body.
Not bad.
But a butterface really has to have a great body.
I guess.
Yeah, you're right. Hard body. What's the matter, hard body?
What's your name, fat buddy?
All right, anyway, so that's the
I know a couple of
butterface.
girls who could be good in this contest, but they're not famous, so I can't tell you about them.
Well, ask him.
What do you mean you know some girls? So you got to tell them. Tell them 25,000.
You know, as I'm thinking about it, it's not easy to go up to a person.
No. You know who has a butterface?
Who?
Elliot Offen.
Oh,
He's got a perfect body.
what a body.
I've got a disgusting, didactic, balloon cranium face. Maleferous mongrel.
Okay. So that's all happening in Vegas.
Right.
But Celine is there. She could go. She could be in the country.
What if she comes in? We let her play.
Celine Dion with her calcium deposit face.
Oh, my goodness. Premiere Magazine, I think it is, has just put out its list of 100 best characters on film.
I think I'm going to be mentioned. Hold it a second. Finally. Go ahead, Robin.
The number one
Here we go. Finally.
movie character of all time,
My Private Parts movie was brilliant.
Vito Corleone.
Oh, robbed again by him, Marlon Brando. Check the list again.
I don't see you here, Howard.
Vito Corleone.
Everybody's still doing that impression.
It's great.
God, I have friends who can recite every line from The Godfather. It blows my mind. I mean, I love that movie. It's my
But
favorite
that's
movie.
crazy to be able to recite every word.
Pat Menachie can do it. I'll be going for a jog with him, and he'll break into actual scenes.
I got to tell you, I'm close to being able to do that.
I've seen it a million times, but I can't do more than a line or two.
It's a little sickening.
Who's number 2, Dracula?
No, somebody named Fred C. Dodds.
Fred C. Dodds is the number...
Or Dobbs. I can't even read it. Dobbs. From Treasures of the Sierra Madre.
Oh, that's Bogart in Treasure of the Sierra Madre.
Ah, that ain't right.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Come on.
Yeah, but I don't remember that character.
More than Dracula?
Bogart.
You don't know him.
You're crazy.
You know how many characters in movies have become part of our lexicon?
Right.
Talking about Dracula,
Terminator.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, what about that?
And Vito Corleone.
Who made that list?
Premiere Magazine.
Is Sam McKenna on there?
Sam McKenna.
Yes.
It's it was my name in Dirty Work.
No. And the top-ranking female character was Scarlett O'Hara, which I also don't agree with.
That broad.
I don't think that.
No. Indiana Jones they mentioned, but, those are the kind of things, characters you want to see.
Here's a guy on the phone who's got a good example of a Butterface.
All right.
Go ahead.
Howard.
And by the way, just to answer you, don't you think James Bond is way more recognizable as a movie character than...
Then Dobbs.
Right. Sorry. Go ahead, Dan. Who's a Butterface?
Steffi Graf.
There you go.
Excellent example.
There's a good example.
An excellent example.
Yes.
No,
Thank you.
no problem.
Norman Bates was number 4, and James Bond was number 5.
James Bond, yeah.
Yeah, he's up there.
So there you go. Ephedra has been banned by the government. It's taken a little while. It's been blamed for 150 deaths, so the government has decided to ban it from store shelves until some further study can be conducted to determine if the weight loss supplement is really the culprit in these deaths. Meanwhile, they say they haven't completely removed it from the hands of consumers because you can still probably find it somewhere on the internet. So
Well,
you really must have your ephedra. There it is.
if they contribute enough to Bush, he'll find a way to legalize it.
That's all you have to do.
That's what the Victoria's Secrets people are working on now. They can't do their TV show because of what's going on.
Right.
That stupid, lame TV show of theirs. But what they're going to do is make Bush very rich, and then he'll allow them to put it on the air.
Oh, then he'll turn the other way.
Yeah. That's the way it's done.
Yeah. Donald Trump and Simon Cowell seem to be arguing over who's the highest paid guy in primetime television now.
Donald Trump and Simon Cowell?
Yeah.
Well, they're not.
Well, they keep trying to say they are. So
Really?
Donald Trump is now, they say he got a raise for next season's Apprentice to $3.2 million.
Yeah, but the cast of Friends, each of them gets $1 million an episode.
Yeah, but you realize Friends will be off the air next year.
Oh.
So that's what he's saying. Like, not this year, but next year when he's on.
What about Ray Romano?
Yeah, there's a guy you got to think about. He's coming back, right?
Yeah.
Has he announced?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Donald didn't think of that, I guess. Mm-hmm. He loves, now that Artie mentioned that he just says, always that everything about him is fantastic or the best. I've been listening to him, and he says, I love being the hottest thing on television.
Right.
Right.
My TV
I
show.
am the hottest thing.
Yeah, my TV show, which is absolutely fantastic.
Yes. It's just a little TV show, but I'm great in it. And I'm the greatest home builder. There are hostages now in Iraq, and nobody's really talking about them all that much. But several people have been just dragged off the street, taken away somewhere. We don't know by whom, and we don't know how to get them back or who to negotiate with because everything's so under control over there.
Good news is, though, the commander-in-chief has announced the longest vacation schedule ever taken by a United States president. while the hostages are being taken.
Right.
Thanks a lot, man.
You know, he's going to have a nice vacation.
He said he'd move mountains to save them, and that's an exact quote.
So he's going to move a mountain down in Texas.
Yeah. He's clearing out a nature path. Yeah.
He's digging as we speak.
Because people were going, wow, isn't that sincere? He'd move mountains to save them. That must mean he's going to spend extra time in Washington plotting a way to get them free or to end this war and
to negotiate with people.
Negotiate or whatever it is he has to do. But he literally meant he's going to go to his ranch and move mountains of dirt. And I guess at some point that'll help him.
Yeah, you see that hill of dirt over there? I'm going to move it over here.
Because you know how much work he's going to get done on that ranch. You know, thinking about the war and stuff.
You know, the problem with staying in Washington is that he doesn't have these little projects to keep him occupied. He's bored.
Yeah, it's boring. It's boring to sit inside all day when you got that nice ranch.
Here's Thomas Hamill, who is the American hostage in Iraq. He speaks briefly with an Australian television crew during a roadside interview. D3.
I wish we could get that guy on the air. You know what I mean?
The hostage?
Yeah.
What happened? They attacked our convoy.
Who's the dude in the back there?
Those are the guys holding him.
Well, they sound like fun. That's me. That's me. That's frightening when your taxi driver's yelling it out.
Yes.
That's me.
That's all I'm going to say.
So he can't speak all that much. Here's Dorothy Baker Hines, who is the mayor of Macon, where he's from. She says the guy took the job because he had financial problems and he wanted to help, want to keep a roof over his family's head. D5.
He had gone to Iraq for a job that was going to be a very well-paying
Is she the mayor?
Mayor of the town he's from. Yeah, she's a friend of their family.
job because he had had a bad time with farming and had to sell his farm, and his wife had some health problems, and they were just really had gotten themselves in bad debt.
So there's a guy, he's got a family, he was a farmer. He has to take a job with Halliburton in Iraq
Oy.
to feed his family. And now he's being surrounded by those guys going, Hamla!
Hiya. I think there's more of him.
Yeah.
Do you want to give us your name? Hamill.
As soon as they ask, he goes, my name is Hamill. Hey, vey.
That is
Do you
scary.
want to give us your name? Hamill. Thomas.
Shut up. Those guys, you know what those guys need? Porno.
Yeah, right now there's nothing to do but grab people off the street for fun.
Our military and our government doesn't get that.
We want to Bronsky a stripper.
Yeah, I mean, we have nothing to do. Everything is bad. We're opening 500 strip clubs. Lonnie's coming over. Lonnie! Lonnie!
Oh,
Lonnie! That's what they're yelling in the background there. Lonnie, I think. Wait, listen.
What happened? They attacked our convoy.
It's Lonnie.
Yeah.
It's not Lessman.
That's all I'm going to say. Do you want to give us your name?
Lonnie!
Hamill.
Thomas. Lonnie. I'm telling you, I hear Lonnie right.
What happened?
Lonnie.
They attacked our convoy.
Lonnie. Lonnie.
That was it. It was Lonnie. Lonnie.
Bring us Lonnie. Funny money.
That's what he was yelling. Now I heard that.
Funny money. Lessman.
Orange mother effort.
Let's men more women.
Oh, but they're sitting over there, have nothing to do. There's nothing fun. You know,
Miserable.
Americans have taken over, and it really hasn't changed their life on any noticeable way, except that everyone's killing each other now. And
There's a vacuum of power, and somebody's trying to fill it so they can tell everybody what to do.
what Bush forgets is the reason that the freedom is so cool is because you can see porno. And you can see Lonnie. Where's the West Side Scores?
Yes.
We love it.
Where's the doctor with his coffee beans?
They should airdrop Perfect 10 magazine on that country.
Lonnie, tell the girls not to wear glitter.
Yes. No
glitter. My 7 wives and my cow discover me. No glitter.
My cow found glitter on me.
Check it out. Every time these Saudi Arabian dudes, the wealthy guys, they all come over here. They go right to the strip clubs.
Oh, yeah.
That's all they do. Dance and party and go to strip clubs.
Slow down the song. 2 minutes, not enough. I need finishing time.
I'm a man with a slow hand.
Take me to the Ralph room. It's not finished. Oh, no.
Maybe he's screaming lap dance. That's what he's screaming.
It's just that they're not enjoying any of our freedom. The same freedoms Ashcroft wants to take away from us.
Yeah, so we can be this miserable
Yeah. So we'll want to kill each other.
when we have nothing else to do.
You know what the terrorists did before? I'm going to tell you something, and this is something that's not discussed. The terrorists, I'm talking about the guys who flew the planes into 9/11. The night before.
Yeah, the guys who got on the planes and killed them.
The night before they performed their jihad, they went to strip clubs.
Yeah.
That's what these guys want.
They couldn't wait for their 72 virgins.
I mean, you don't understand. These people don't understand freedom. They don't care about electing a government. That's like so foreign to these guys. They want porno. They want strip clubs.
They want rock and roll and blue jeans and McDonald's.
McDonald's. Start building McDonald's over there. And, okay, the old farts, you know, the Ayatollahs and all them, they hate us from way back, and they're miserable. Nothing's going to make them happy. I mean, you could give them 80 Bukkake films and 20 beers, and they'd still be miserable. But the young kids, 14, 15, porn.
They could be saved.
Even a stag film. Where one where the repairman comes.
A penthouse forum.
Anything, I'm dying.
So precise.
Our women are like cow. And the women are all covered up and, you know. They're lap dance.
I think that's what he was yelling in that.
That's what it is, lap dance.
What happened? Oh, they attacked our convoy.
Lap dance. That's it, lap dance. I heard him.
It was clear.
Lap dance.
Lap dance. Harder with your knee or I'll kill you.
One lap dance and let that guy come home.
Those guys would be digging their freedom. They wouldn't want to die. They'd go out and kill all those guys in Fallujah. That's what freedom means. These people don't get it. It's free. You're free to do what you want in the privacy of your in. You rob little Allah. Who? Little Allah. His name is Little Allah? That's right. Come on. Let's go.
Who is Little Allah?
You know.
You want to meet him? You want to meet Little Allah?
Yes.
Come here, I'll show you. In my pants.
Pray to little Allah.
What kind of filthy whore are you? You don't understand Little Allah.
That's a good one. I didn't realize. Little Allah.
Allah. Allah be praised. Uh-oh. Hey, I finished early. I want $15 back. The song's not over. No, that's not how it works, sir. You're free now. You have to pay regardless.
Yes.
There's a whole minute left on Van Halen's Ice Cream Man. Oh, my God. Little Allah threw up. Bring me 2 scotch and soda and a lap dance. That's what these people want. I'm telling you. And I'm not kidding you.
Yeah, a good stiff drink would help.
But think of the dedication of those crazy mother effers. They're at a strip club. They still got up at 5 a.m. to do that.
Put some great restaurants there. You know, McDonald's even. I'm not even talking about.
And some nice shopping for the women.
Yeah.
That's what women like. They like to shop.
Look at this Gucci leather jacket. 50% off.
Louis Vuitton.
Look at my little Louis. Screw little Allah, Louis.
I bought my wife some Chanel. She's very happy.
Ever since Iraq turned into West Palm Beach, I'm happy man. That's all they want.
Throw up a few hotels, put some gambling in there.
Give them something to live for. If we had nothing in this country except free elections, we'd shoot ourselves and each other. That's what freedom is. That's what the Bush administration doesn't get. Freedom is renting barely legal 39 right over your cable system.
You bomb the subway. I'll be at the craps table.
Yeah, you go kill yourself.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch Barely Legal, 1 through 38.
Yeah, remember that Sylvester Stallone movie where he went to Afghanistan? They didn't even have anything like baseball. They had one bad game where they threw rocks at each other.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a country where there's nothing to do.
Let me see. Fly a plane into a building or happy ending at a massage parlor.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me weigh that one out.
So, yeah, they've got to get that place straightened out. They have a shaky ceasefire in Fallujah, from what I understand right now. And the Shiite cleric who was causing all the problems apparently has retreated and pulled back his troops. But now the army brass is saying they want him dead or alive. So
Shiite.
We're going to have to take out somebody else.
That's a bunch of Shiite.
Another leader over there. There's a family here in the United States. 3 daughters are in the military, and one of them was killed by grenade fire in her Humvee the other day. And now the family is hoping that the 2 other sisters won't go back into that situation because they say they couldn't take it if they lost another daughter. The girls could request on their own not to be sent back, but they're sort of torn because they really want to complete their commitment, and they went into the military to defend their country. But, they're also looking at their parents and the pain they're going through right now because they're back here to bury their other sister.
Hey,
so they're wondering if they should go back and ask to be relieved of duty in Iraq.
Duty. Captain Janks has a clip of that Florida lawyer who filed the complaints against us.
Oh, really?
I guess it's a clip of him gloating now because, he got his way.
Yeah.
Got his fine, and now,
One guy gets to decide what the country
Yeah,
hears.
yeah. Hey, Captain.
Hey, good morning.
All right, let's hear that clip.
Yeah, this guy is nuts. Okay, here we go.
In 1989, Florida Attorney Jack Thompson secured the first decency fines ever levied by the FCC, indecency fines, we should say. Now, over a decade later, he is still in hot pursuit. His focus, Howard Stern. After hearing a Stern show recently, he filed a formal complaint with the FCC. Shortly thereafter, the Stern storm was unleashed. I asked Thompson where the line is drawn between what is considered indecent legally and what is not.
Anderson has stopped at the line drawn by the law. 47 states have sexual material harmful to minors statutes where you can't display inappropriate material to children. And indeed, the standard that is not my standard, but is the law of the land, is you cannot engage in through-the-air broadcast either on the radio or on network TV that children should not hear.
Do you think Oprah Winfrey should be taken off the air?
First of all, Howard Stern doesn't have to be taken off the air. He has to abide by the law.
Oh, okay.
Oprah Winfrey, and I've been on her show, as a matter of fact, clearly, and I agree with Howard on this, has violated repeatedly the decency standard enunciated by the Pacifica case and upheld by the Supreme Court. And yes, indeed, Oprah Winfrey, as well as Jerry Springer and others, have aired material that's totally inappropriate for children.
What about Fear Factor? I mean, on Fear Factor, they're eating raw pigs' rectums. Why is it okay to eat a raw pig rectum on TV when kids are watching, but to talk about part of the human body is inappropriate?
I don't know that it is, but this line of questioning is sort of like
nothing's appropriate.
Something someone would say to a cop if they were pulled over for going 95 on an interstate and saying, other people were speeding, don't give me a ticket. Howard Stern has been the poster child for indecency in broadcasting for nearly 20 years, and everybody knows it.
The question is,
everyone
where
knows
does the line stop? I mean, it does.
There's no speeding law.
And I mean,
don't play anymore. It gets me aggravated.
Yeah.
Because the guy.
And does the law say you can't do something that children can't listen to on the air?
Well, not only that, who's to say that anything here has broken any law? That hasn't been determined by any FCC.
But that's my point. Why are they asking this guy what the law is?
Let's not start getting into it.
Hey, Howard.
It's just annoying. It's like, the guy sounds reasonable. He knows.
Surely he's just like you, and, you guys agree with what he thinks is indecent.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm not at war with Oprah Winfrey. I believe Oprah Winfrey didn't do anything wrong with her broadcast. The reason I asked people to file against her is because
she did the same thing.
She's doing the same thing I'm doing, and there's nothing wrong with what she did, and there's nothing wrong with what I did. I got to go, Janks.
Hey, Howard, I got a new call anyway.
All right, go ahead. What is this?
I prank called CNN's Darren Kagan the other day.
All right, go ahead.
I want to go to one of the military leaders, U.S. military leaders on the ground in Baghdad, Brigadier General Mark Hurtland. He was with us on the line the last hour. We're bringing him back again. General, thanks for coming back. Appreciate it.
Thank you. How are you, Don?
Let's go ahead and look forward toward this weekend, toward the religious holiday of Arbaeen, and what that's going to mean in terms of a military strategy and a challenge as potentially more than 1 million people will be on the move.
Would you bang Howard Stern?
All right. Well, there we go.
Guess not.
Once again, trying to bring some serious news, and the Howard Stern people seem to find better things to do with their time. We're going to take this opportunity to get a break to clean up our airlines from that nastiness, and we'll be back.
Nasty.
Nastiness. Ooh.
Is it nasty because he used the word bang or because he said Howard Stern and bang?
I thought it was nasty.
What they did during the commercial to clean up the airlines?
Yeah, their airlines.
They sprayed their phones down with Lysol and other disinfectants. We got to go clean the airline.
We're spraying our phones.
Howard Stern people. You're officially one of my people, I guess. All right, bro.
All right, Howard. Hey, Howard.
Yeah, Captain.
There's going to be an FCC freedom of speech rally in Philadelphia here. Can I mention this?
No. I mean, if you want to, but it's nothing I endorse.
Well, I'm just participating. It's going to be at Brady's Irish Pub in Bensalem, Pennsylvania, May 7th.
Oh, there you go.
That's people getting together to drink.
All right. Well, that I'm all for.
Hey,
yeah,
I'll
exactly.
go.
Later, bro.
See ya.
I got a break. I'm being yelled at over the computer. It's interesting. The big giant caps are.
Oh, really? That's how they tell you in no uncertain terms.
That's how I get yelled at. Big caps. You can't hear it, but I can see it. All right, we'll be back.
Here's a closer look at a man everybody should probably get to know a little better. Howard Stern.